Hey guys, welcome to creatingtracks.com, and today we're going to take a look at making snare rolls or snare fills inside of Ableton. So check this out. And then the second option is a high pass filter. All right, cool. So I have a drum rack over here and I have two samples. So I have a basic EQ with a low cut. So I'm just cutting out the lows. And then I actually may not even use this clap, but I'm using a Vengeance snare. All right, sweet. So let's select the last two bars of our loop and then right click, insert MIDI clip, and then right click on that and pick a color. And then you don't have to pick the color, but we can right click and do 1/16. And now if I place a note in each one of these 16th notes, and I like duplicate that and keep duplicating it, and I play it. So it sounds like a machine gun, which is not good. And with the whole song, this is what it sounds like. So this may pass, but it sounds like a machine gun, almost like very computer generated. So what we can do is, I'm just going to delete that. And let's start with placing an 8th note. So skip a 16th note and place a note. And then Alt click and drag that. So I'm just going to drag it over. And then drag these two. So this also sounds pretty standard and basic, but it's less machine gun sounding than the previous one. And what we can do now is, let's concentrate on this first half over here of this whole loop. And then the second half, we'll come to that later. So in the first half, let's do something very basic. So we'll take the second note over here and then move it one to the right. And you can already hear the difference it's making. I'm just going to turn up the volume. All right, and then let's do something else. So maybe we'll delete this note. Actually, we'll not delete that. We'll delete this. Okay, so something like that. And after deleting this, we can select the second half of our first half that we selected. So this is the first quarter. And I'll copy this note one to the right. So now we can delete these 4 sections and copy and paste this. So if you build it up in small sections like that, it gets easier. Okay, so now we can play this with the song and see how it sounds. So it sounds good up till here. So the first 3 quarters of this whole loop. I'm actually going to move this note to the left, and then the same thing that we copied to the left as well. All right, sweet. So in the second half, we're going to divide that into 2 halves. And then the first half, we'll leave it as it is, because it's just 8 notes, one after the other like this. And it kind of sounds like it's building up slowly. And then the second half, we'll select them, Alt, click, and then drag them. So it becomes 16 notes. Now you can end over here if you like, or you could select these last 4. And then right click over here, 1/32, select these last 4, drag them in, and then Alt click and drag to the right to fill these spaces. Actually, let's select these and then copy them to the left so it's a little longer. Alright, sweet. So keep messing with these settings, but for now, let's go to audio effects and grab an auto filter, and we'll drag that and place it before our EQ, and then we can mess with this handle over here and see what the whole mix sounds like. So check this out. Alright, one more thing that I want to share is every time I have a roll like this, I usually take the second half of it and I'll take these kicks and snares on the second half of my roll and delete those. And then I'll also do that with my hi-hats. So select those and delete them and check it out. All right, so if you want to automate this, just use this frequency value, right click on it, and then show automation. And then on your track over here, you can see that this red line shows up. So just place a marker over here by clicking, and then one over here, and drag it down about halfway. So that's pretty cool, but it's a linear slope. So let's just give it a little bit of variation by clicking in the middle and dragging it a little bit. And over here, just hover your mouse till this line turns purple, and then Alt click. And when you drag it, you can see this curve. So let's give it a little bit of curve. So let's try that with the whole mix. All right, so that sounds really cool. Another thing you can do is you can go to your auto filter, right click, delete automation, and then select the second option here, which is the high pass or the low cut, and bring that all the way back. And then we're just gonna go back to the automation, and we're gonna click and drag this up this time. And move this a bit. So you can also automate this cue over here. So right click on the cue, show automation, and then just click and drag this up over here. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to our channel for a lot more, and we'll see you next time. Peace.